Hi. Let's, oh, I can now pin a chat. Hello. Hold on. Let me post in Discord that I am live. Hey, Maya. How are ya? Oops. I think I did that wrong. Wait, how do I ping it? It's at everyone. Oh my goodness. Hi, Margot. Hey, Godless. Hey, Cthulix. Hey, Scott. Oh, this is a cherry vanilla Coke. It's a top three for me. I'm always on the lookout for it. It's very difficult to find, though. It's very annoying. Misery incarnate. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's no good. I hope things get better. I am pooped. I just got out of the shower. In case you can tell that my hair is slightly damp. Oh, this is, it's a Razor Black Widow Chroma. Indy, you want to come here? You want to come say hi? Hi, bud. How you doing? Is your face crooked? His face is still crooked. Hey, Ty. I love you, buddy. No, okay, yeah. He's nervous because I'm talking to no one. He is going back to the vet on Friday to have a tooth pulled, and it's going to cost anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. So that's fun. Ew, why is this sticky, Indy? What is happening here? Beep, 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 beep. Good boy. There you go. So originally, he, oh, shake. Good boy. Yeah, when he went in for his idiopathic vestibular disease, the vet noticed that he has a cracked tooth and was like, you should look into getting that pulled. We can set up a time for you to come in and do it if you want. So they gave me the estimate, which sucks. But I was like, all right, but it's got to be done, right? So they're like, cool, our next available appointment is in January. And I was like, January? So when I expressed shock at that, they asked if I wanted to go on the list to like be notified of a cancellation. And one came up this week. And I was immediately like, oh yeah, great, let's book it. And then I was like, I have to find $2,000. So this is going to be my week of money issues, because I also realized at the last minute, tomorrow is the deadline for my my bike through Joshua Tree, my climate ride. So I'm still short. Let me see when I'm short. Oh, hold on. It's the easiest way to find this URL. I just posted it on my Instagram. Seriously, I have to log into Instagram to click on a post. I just want to find my climate ride thing without having to log into anything. Because I'm going to have to open one password. And I'm just so tired. So I know there are a bunch of other questions in chat. I may get to you eventually. But I did want to get this out. One password. And I need to enter my main password. Okay, here we go. This is easy. Yeah, some of my friends do pet insurance. I debated it when I got Indy, but it seems like it's a coin flip whether they actually cover the right stuff and, if it's going to be worthwhile. And so I dragged my feet on it for long enough, and then eventually it was too late. So, all right, I found my page. So if anybody wants to help support my ride, because what happened was I reached my original amount. Brain, no work. And then there was some sort of fund doubling thing. So when they said hey, if you want to, we're canceling Death Valley, but if you want to do Joshua Tree instead, the only difference is it's going to be a $4,000 fundraising goal instead of $2,000. And I was like, well, that's fine. I already hit that. But what happened was they took away the doubling when it switched over, and I'll get it back once I hit my goal again. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm short. This doesn't even show me how short I am, actually. All right, so yeah, I need to raise $4,000 by tomorrow. I've raised $3,560. So they did say that if I can kick it in myself, but again, I have to give the vet $2,000 on Friday. So all of this stuff is happening at a not great time. But anyway, so I thought I'd drop the link just in case. And so I also realized, holy shit, this is happening in 5-6 weeks. I need to bike more. So I just went for a really hard ride, and I am exhausted, and I got rained on, which made everything more terrifying because I wanted to do a really steep climb because that's my weak spot. I think I can do a long time in the saddle without much problem, but the steepness is just horrible. So I rode up to Chabot Space and Science Center, and I'm pretty proud that I made it to their driveway. And then I was feeling really full of myself. So I immediately turned in and started riding up, but then it got super steep and I panicked and it started raining and I thought my heart was going to explode. So luckily I managed to unclip in time and not fall over. But I did feel like I was going to throw up and I had to pull over to the side and take a little rest break. But I did film it so I can start messing with camera angles and stuff for the ride. And the problem that I am currently having is that the battery only lasts 40 minutes or so. So I also just bought a bunch more GoPro batteries. This is like the most expensive fundraising anything I've ever done. Some of it I brought on myself. Literally all of it I brought on myself. Anyway, so Margot asked if I play any instrument. I can play the guitar very badly, but I haven't played regularly in a really long time. I stopped playing when I started like living with my boyfriend because I love playing the guitar, but I know I'm not good and I'm shy. So, and then Michael asked if Indy was doing better. He is. He still stumbles, but it's not to the point where I'm too concerned for his safety, you know? I do now have to stop him from going into our neighbor's yard because they ruined our fence and they have a really steep hill. And I think that they're idiots. So I have to organize my I have a really nasty cable situation happening down here. All right, so the new GoPro batteries are charging. The old one is charging. And then once that's charged, I'll get the video off of it and I'll show you guys what it looks like. And let you weigh in on what you would like to see of the ride through Joshua Tree. So yeah, India's he's doing better. He definitely has the permanent head tilt though, which, you know, I don't mind. Hey Evan, no, the GoPros are for the climate ride, which I just posted in chat a link if you're interested in learning more. I'll just post it again for fun. Yeah, so I'll be filming as much as possible of the ride via GoPro and my phone. I have an old iPhone that I think I'm gonna take to just use for GPS, and then that way like it won't run the battery down, and then I can like record video and take photos and stuff with my other one. That's the plan. And then unlike the originally planned Death Valley trip, this one, like originally we were supposed to be camping, and now the reason why there's a higher fundraising goal is because we're staying in hotels, which kind of sucks. Like, I liked the idea of camping, but on the other hand, it's going to be easier to charge a bunch of devices. So every night I'll be able to charge the GoPro. So now I'm going to have, I think I actually do have another GoPro battery somewhere. So I'll have 5 batteries that I can swap out. And then hopefully there'll be internet so I can also like upload video. Oh, Maya, don't cry. Everybody's fine. I mean, I might die on this bike ride. I was actually really angry at myself when I got back because I was just so wiped out today, and like I only rode. Where's my phone actually? Wait, what did I do with my? Oh wait. This is my phone. I was thinking that this was the spare phone. Let's see. I only rode 20 miles. And I'm like, in a month and a half, that's just going to be like the morning session. And then it's going to be like, let's have some lunch. And then let's do that again. And then let's do it for 5 days. I I have a lot to do in the next 6 weeks. And like at the same time, I want to keep doing like, surf season is starting, and still like to go hiking with Indy. Indy can't come on the long bike rides, so. And I still want to like get towards my goal of doing a pull up, which I kind of like had to stop so that I could focus on biking. But I have a lot of physical activities I would like to do, and I do not have a lot of energy to do them. So that's where we are. Today I was hoping to have some time to solder flamingula together. I just don't know if I have like the dexterity. Like, I'm so tired, like my hands are shaking. Oh, snows. Yeah, you know what? That's another thing. I told my husband like earlier this year that I'd love to go back to Tahoe because we went a couple years ago. Well, 2019 actually. And we rented a house, and it was so much fun. We rented a house with a bunch of friends, and Indy loved like flying around through the snow. And then we went to Heavenly. It was literally like the first day they opened because we went for Thanksgiving, not knowing like if there would be snow or not. And on our way there was a sudden blizzard, and we ended up being like snowed in to the house for most of the week. But we were able to get to Heavenly one of the days. And I went snowboarding. I'm actually not bad at going on the snowboard, like getting up on the snowboard and moving forward. But when it comes to stopping, I just could not. I was just like, my husband said I look like a helicopter. Like my board just like flying in the air as I tumbled down the hill. So I really wanted to go back and this time like actually take a lesson because he knows how to snowboard, but it just, what he was telling me to do just wasn't getting through to me. I just couldn't do it. So I'm like, why don't I pay a professional to tell me how to do this? Oh, Michael. I mean, just make sure that, you're running the right tire pressure. I've recently, so with my new bike, I had no idea like how far the science of road bikes has come. 'Cause now I have like these super fat tires, not super fat, but they're, I'm used to my skinny slicks that I run at like 95 psi in the back and like 90 in the front. And it turns out, like, I was taught that's the fastest, most efficient thing to do, and that it also like helps prevent flats, and that if you run it too low, you're going to get a flat. You're more likely to get a flat. I don't know if that was ever true. But so these days now, they're selling like these slightly thicker tires that you're supposed to run at, to me, like, is a shockingly low PSI, like 60, 50. And I didn't know how I felt about it, but after, putting a few miles on, feels good. Really, Evan? Do you, what would you recommend? Like, what's your favorite place in the Tahoe area? Because so a friend of my husband's has a house that's like over on the west side of the lake near a lift for some other, I don't remember the name of the park, but I was thinking like, oh, maybe we'll do that. Oh, Michael, you need a lot. If you're on road bike tires, yeah, pump that up a bit. You can check the side of the tire, and it should tell you the right psi to be at. But I'm gonna guess, yeah, you're gonna want to be at least double that. Um, I didn't mind Heavenly. Like we were only there, uh, for that one day, and it was we picked it. I think just because it was literally like the easiest to get to from the house we rented, and one of the only ones that was open because the blizzard had just arrived. Uh, so like it was fine. It was pretty crowded. And I didn't love like the food hall and stuff. It was really chaotic. There were a lot of kids, but I don't really know what's typical out here. I've only like I went once in Maine many years ago, and it seemed a lot more relaxed. Sugar Bowl. Mm. Okay, yeah, like there were a lot of people. We didn't have to park, luckily. How did we get there? I think a friend just dropped us off. Yeah, because we had like one friend who had rented a car with four-wheel drive, and that was the only vehicle that could get up and down from our house. So she had to like drop us off at the main funicular stop thing. And like, yeah, the little bunny slope did have a line. It wasn't too bad though. But yeah, if there's like a more chill park to go to where I could take a lesson or something, I would like it. But all that said, like that's not going to happen this year. We've just got too much stuff with this climate ride and Indy's tooth. And we're going to Vegas in a few weeks too. I mean, well, I guess, yeah, that's what I said. Oh my God, let's go snowboarding. So yeah, I think I don't know, maybe in the spring, if we can get a good deal, like on his friend's place, it's time to kind of like buckle down and only do. Oh yeah, and also we've got the fence to fix. I have to text our neighbor about that today because he's refusing to accept the certified letter with the various estimates. Neighbors. Not fun. So yeah, let me do I have the energy to do Flamingula today? I kind of don't think I do. I don't know. Like, I want to get him up, but what's Bakugo? Is that like an anime? I really wanted, when we were going to Heavenly, I wanted to get matching snowsuits But my husband refused. Because it turns out he hates me. And also because they were like $150 each. So, whatever. I just realized I failed to bookmark that that cool website that I was using last time. Let's show all history. Oh, My Hero Academia. My niece is into that. And I read one of them. I got a free one on Free Comic Book Day a year or two ago. Last 7 days. Oh yeah, here we go. Circuit Design. Tinkercad. That's what it's called. Let's bookmark this before we forget. An inflatable flamingula. Cool. Oh man, there's a pumpkin farm. This past weekend we went surfing because it was so hot. And in Pacifica, there's a pumpkin farm that has one of those gas station floppy guys, but it's a ghost. And then they also have like a balloon that looks like a jack-o'-lantern. And I don't know why, but like it delighted me. Like there was something about it that was so cute. It was just like this big pumpkin floating above the pumpkin farm. I found it absolutely delightful. That's all. All right, do I have to like sign in here? No, I am signed in. Okay. Let's tinker with this. Wrong thing. That's the thing. So this is the Flamingula Circuit. I'm just going to casually reacquaint myself because it's been a few days. And then maybe tomorrow I'll have the energy. Hello, Misty. To Point Fall. I just love fall so much, and I'm really hoping that it's not going to get hot again because next weekend is the Pumpkin Festival, and I'm so excited. It's the best time of the year. And I didn't grow any pumpkins this year, so I'm going to have to go and pick some out. Yeah, so we've got Hey Mino, what's my video from Montreal? When was I in Montreal? I did do a talk there many, many years ago. That was like the funniest conference. That was the Sex and Sexuality conference. What happened was, oh Jesus, Misty. Yeah, Half Moon Bay, where I go surfing, broke a heat record. It's normally like, if it's 90 here, it'll be, 65 there, and it hit 85 this weekend. So that's fine. That's normal. But yeah, today it's like perfect. Cloudy and 65. with a little drizzle every now and again. Hell yeah. Uh, so yeah, the Sex and Sexuality Conference. One day I got a call from a friend of mine and she was like, "Hey, so when do you get into Montreal?" Oh, you're from Montreal. Okay. Ah, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So she says, when do you get into Montreal this weekend? And I was like, I'm not going to Montreal this weekend. This was like on a Monday or a Tuesday. And she's like, yeah, you are. You're the keynote speaker at an event in Montreal this weekend. I'm also giving a talk. And I was like, no, no, I am not. I checked my calendar. Nope. And she's like, well, if you go to this website, you are currently on the website as the keynote speaker. And so I pulled up the website, and I'll be damned. They had me down as the keynote speaker. And so I searched my email because I'm like, holy shit, did I forget an entire ass conference? That's never happened before. So I searched my email, and I found that like 6 months to a year beforehand, like a long time beforehand, this guy contacted me, said, we're having this conference in Montreal. Love to have you. What do you think? And I said, sounds great. Here's my, what's it called? I can't even think of what it's called now. It's been so long since I've done talks. I have like a little document that shows, here's what you need to do if you want me to give a talk. This is my honorarium, this is the airline I like to fly. This is where I'd be flying from. This is what I need from like the hotel and stuff. And he got that and he said, okay, sounds great. Let me pass this along to the board and get back to you. It was some like humanist organization, I think. So I said, great, let me know. And he never responded. So now I see that they've been selling tickets based on this idea that I'm going to be there. So I emailed them and I'm like, here's the history that I have of our interactions. Does this mean that, you're paying my honorarium and like flying me out, and like, have you booked tickets in a hotel? Like, this is insane. This is happening in a couple of days. And the president of the organization calls me in a bit of a panic because clearly they were under the impression that this had already been worked out. And he asked me to like resend the information. So I did. He calls me and he's like, yeah, okay, we have your hotel booked. We can book your flights. But we're not paying any honorariums. And I was like, oh, then I'm not coming. And he was furious. He tried to guilt trip me. They're a small nonprofit. They don't pay anyone to do talks. And I was like, look, I appreciate that, but you've spent the last 6 months selling $500 tickets to a conference with using my face. If you can't pay me for my time, like, not only now do I have to fly to Montreal for an entire weekend, but now I have a few days to put together a talk in line with your theme, you know, that's work. And at that point, I charged, I want to say like $2,000 as an honorarium. And I'm like, you know, and it took me a long time to start charging anything for my time for talks. But eventually I realized like, oh no, these conferences want me on stage for a reason. My time is worth something, you know? And I think I started out asking like $500, you know, but then like I slowly raised my honorarium as I got more popular, and like I actually wanted to do fewer lectures. So this was an easy way to kind of like cut down on the amount of time I was traveling and, you know, still get paid. So it took every ounce of my like limited self-esteem to put my foot down. He was like begging me on the phone, like, what are we gonna do? It's this weekend. We told everybody we're gonna be there. And like, I just naturally, I feel really guilty, and like, I just want to make things right. But I held strong, and I was like, pay me my honorarium or I'm not coming. I forget exactly. I think I did accept less money. I think he like haggled me down. But I'm so glad that I like mostly held strong, especially because so I fly out there. I do the conference was fine. But like Montreal's expensive. Like I had to buy my own meals and stuff. And then on the way home, I had to connect through JFK, and a thunderstorm moved in and all the flights for the rest of that night were canceled. And I had to, and because it's weather, the airline won't put you up. So I had to drop like $300 on a hotel room for the night in New York. So like, had I not insisted on getting paid for that, I would have ended up losing money. Like to go to this conference at the last minute. It's just the whole thing. It cracks me up. And it's a really important lesson that I learned to like value my own time. And yeah, and to not make someone else's problem my problem. You know, like I don't always stick to that. I am still a bit of a pushover, but yeah, I don't know. It was a good lesson. And like I almost decided, because I'm such a cheapskate too, I almost decided to just sleep in the airport. But I was having back spasms from all of the traveling. And my boyfriend at the time, I was on the phone like crying to him in the airport. And he finally was like, just get a hotel room. I'm like, but it costs money. And I have to take a cab. He's like, they paid you money to do this. It's fine. You make a little less. Who cares? So, yeah, good times. I still have the mug, the coffee mug they gave me. They gave me a coffee mug, which surprised me. Like, and I remember getting the check from the guy, and he just looked furious as he handed it to me. Like, take your filthy lucre. Is that right? Is that how you say that? Is that right? Money, lucre? I don't even know what that means. Why do we call money lucre? Is it racist? It's probably something racist, isn't it? Hey, Chris. Aw. Thanks. Lucre. Did I just make it up? Oh, yeah. Lucre is another word for money or profit. Oh, it's the term that gets at the dark side of capitalism. I should use it more often. But why? Where does that come from? Who will tell me? Oxford, maybe? Oh, is it from the Bible? Oxford is not. No. Oxford does not need to know my location. 4 times. Oh. That's so specific, Chris. How do you know that? Oh, is it? Well, see, I don't know. Lucre? Maybe it is. Lucre? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, I'm not wearing headphones. How to pronounce?
Lucre.
Oh, no, I got it right. It's lucre. Oh, I just got like a big hunger pang. And I realized I did not eat lunch because I went from the bike to the shower to here. I should probably do that. And I don't think I should solder on an empty stomach. I'm going to do it tomorrow, you guys. So, Latin for lucrative, of course. I didn't even think of that. Thank you. So yeah, today, just a catch-up day. Tomorrow, I will be finally soldering together Flamingula. I get my little fan in here. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll have a hearty lunch beforehand. And I got a couple of fun videos that I think I'm gonna record tomorrow too. So if that happens, I'm also gonna look prettier for the great Flamingula soldering. So that'll be exciting. I'll be like wearing makeup. I'll have brushed my hair. Actually, I won't because my hairbrush just fell apart. I have to go buy a new hairbrush. Oh yeah, no problem, K9. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess I should go get a hairbrush. I'm just gonna be like using my fingers. I'm a mess, you guys. But I can't just go. First, I'm gonna have to like research, because there's like, I noticed my hairbrush was getting a little long in the tooth, and so I was at like Ulta, and I looked in the hairbrush section, and there were so many different kinds of hairbrushes, and I don't know which kind of hairbrush I need. Like, I don't know what the difference is. So I'm going to have to research what hairbrush to buy. I got a lot of work to do, you guys. So before tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do some electronics. We'll do some videos. We'll look real pretty. And our hair will be brushed. It's going to be long teeth. I don't know, Uberduck. Is that good? Javier, there's millions of kinds. It's overwhelming. I'm going to go do my research. Good to see you guys. I'm back. The heat is gone, so live streams should continue more regularly from here on out, unless I get, busy. But I should see you tomorrow for